Okay, I'm back. It took actually a little bit longer than I had suspected. I'm not sure if I did something wrong in the process or if it was just a little slower than usual. But anyway, we're here for the second session of 2-4, and you get to see a pretty decent hand. One thing that you missed was that this player three-bet another of our under-the-gun bets. So we're really gonna try to tighten up a little bit what we're raising under the gun, which would be when he's in the big blind, to the point that I'm probably going to even exclude a number of pairs, so that if he does that again, we can get a bunch of money from him because we will have a hand. As tight as we're playing, he still thinks that he can make moves on us because we're making moves on him somehow. Or maybe he thinks that because we're so tight, but it's going to be to the point soon that we can definitely go for it with value. Like I say, I'm going to remove probably fives and below from my typical raising range, maybe sixes, and I'm actually tempted to add in like an ace queen or an ace jack even type of hand. Hopefully we'll get action from one of these players. Basically what we're betting on is whether or not he has a king, which obviously we don't care about. So he is drawing dead now, and that certainly makes us happy. We should certainly get respect on our three bets now. I don't know when watching this video would make that kind of a mistake. That was just a horrible play with the king 10. The open wasn't necessarily bad, but when one of the tightest players at the table three bets you and you've already gotten one call, you just have to let it go. Here again with the ace king, I would be going all the way with it against someone with that short a stack, especially when they just came in. I'm checking here, hoping to induce a bluff, and instead we split the pot, having the same hand. with the ace-7. I bet with the open-ended draw on the flop, figuring out I had a pretty decent number of outs between the draw and then if the ace hit, I would have thought that my hand would have been good a decent amount of the time. So I was happy to go ahead and bet there. And then when I hit the turn, that obviously makes my chances of having the best hand cuts them in half because I didn't hit any of my outs. So I went ahead and checked. I probably would have folded to a bet just because the amount of times I hit there aren't high enough to justify calling. But I was certainly happy to get a free showdown. And also, I wasn't gonna bet that river unless I hit. And it was possibly a mistake by him to just check. Although I guess he rarely gets called by a hand that doesn't beat a pair of sixes. So it was probably okay on both parts. I have expect that we're going to get 3-bet by Magistrate, but we did not. Last time we took this line against this opponent, we c-bet. I'm actually going to do the same thing here because I have quite a few outs again. Here with the short stack player, we just don't have enough equity to continue there. I will check behind, take my free card, and here I'll likely call a bet. It's possible that he had the flush draw and he was looking to check raise the turn, but I think it's just as likely that he didn't but is going to try to represent it. However, I also don't think that he's calling with that many worse hands. And he hit the straight instead. That's interesting. I obviously didn't put him on that draw. I probably should have 3-bet that pot, but I looked at Andy's raising range and just did not like what I saw. I can't fold for that small a bet. Seeing how that hand turned out, we definitely should have given more action, or took in the more standard line pre-flop. I was just worried that Andy was a tight player, but I guess he was probably opening up given the amount of people left at the table. I'll go ahead and try to pull up another table.